Hi friends, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here and I'm so glad you clicked on today's video. By the title and by the thumbnail, you guys already know what we are doing today, and it has been such a long time coming to actually sit down and film our baby Q&A. I knew right away when I decided to sit down and film a baby Q&A that I wanted to include Chris in it because he is obviously such a big part of this. He is just over the moon about it all, so I wanted to include him in it. And with that being said, we've actually sat down to film this video multiple times, and every time we do it, we never actually end up getting through it. I feel like we just goof off so much when we actually try to sit down and film videos together. That's why I'm here doing my little intro for you guys now, just in case this time around we end up goofing off again. At least I can use something and share something with you guys, because I've been getting so many questions and DMs about it. When's the baby Q&A coming? So I wanted to sit down and kind of do a little intro to the video with you guys. But that's the plan for today's video. I'm going to sit down with Chris and we are going to answer all of the baby questions that we've kind of been getting asked over the past few weeks. I think we announced baby towards the end of April, so this video is very long overdue. I'm so happy to finally be sitting down and sharing everything with you guys, because it's truly been such a crazy but exciting journey, and we announced it way later than usual. I feel like most people tend to announce these big things a lot sooner than when we did, and we're gonna talk all about that in the Q&A because I know there's a ton of questions about when baby is due, how far along am I, and all that fun, exciting stuff. With all that being said though, I'm gonna stop rambling and we are gonna jump ahead, sit down with Christopher. Hopefully we don't giggle and goof off too much in this next part, but we are gonna hop ahead and jump right into the video.
Oh. Yay!
Okay guys, we are finally sitting down.
Wait, hold on, you have to redo that because I just showed some inner thigh.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, good, yeah.
Okay. Okay guys, we are finally sitting down to do our long-awaited baby Q&A. We announced baby about a month ago.
Yeah,
so.
you were like, oh, video in like a week.
But we're here. We're finally doing it.
We are here.
We announced baby about a month ago, and now we are finally sitting down to film this very long-awaited Q&A for you guys. I've gotten so many questions and DMs about, you know, when baby's gonna be here, the gender, and just like all that fun stuff. So Chris and I are sitting down today.
We are sitting. Can I look at the lens?
Yes, honey.
You always tell me. I always, when we're filming together, I always look at this thing. I just want to look at myself.
But we're gonna answer all of the little baby questions for you guys
Not all
today.
of them. Some were weird.
Some of them are some of them are just a little bit,
A little personal.
a little too personal. Yeah. Bear with us. I have a little list of questions here that we're gonna go through. We'll probably touch on multiple questions like together, because I feel like they all kind of just, they all just correlate, obviously. One of the most common questions that we received was if we wanted kids, if this was a planned thing for us, and
oh, me. Yes.
yeah. It was planned. It was something that we both really, really wanted.
I would have had 12 kids 5 years ago.
Yeah, Chris has always wanted to be a dad, and I kind of made him wait, basically. I have a life plan. We both wanted kids. It was something that we really wanted, and I guess technically planned.
Was it?
It was sort of planned because I basically told Chris that once I turned 26, I would probably feel comfortable, you know, becoming a mom, and I would feel like ready.
Oh!
I would feel ready to be a mom, because I wanted to make sure that I could be the best that I could be before I brought a baby into the world. Did you move to South Carolina because of baby?
Yes. Well, no, kind of. Alexa always wanted to move here. She's been begging me for years. And then when we got pregnant, I said, well, I guess we're moving to South Carolina because you're giving me a baby. I gotta give you South Carolina.
I told him really early on, even like when we met, I think, when I had a family someday, I wanted to raise them by the water or by the beach. So he's kind of always known that. Moving to Colorado was like a little twist. How soon did you know? I knew right away. I mean, Chris didn't get to know right away. I knew probably around 3 weeks, and I told Chris at 4 weeks. So we knew pretty early on. I know it's earlier than most people usually find out, but I think because it was something that was was like we were excited about and looking forward to. The next question was, how did Kris react and did I surprise him? I kind of knew unofficially, and we had been in Disney. I knew I wanted to surprise Kris with it because it was such a big and exciting deal.
I bought a baby crew neck while we were there.
Yeah, we bought a little baby crew neck in Disney just for fun. He had no idea. I didn't officially know either. And then when we got home, I found out officially, and I ended up getting a little gift box, and I bought a little bear onesie, baby toys, and all this cute stuff. And I wrapped it and I put it under the Christmas tree.
And then in the middle of me cooking steak for dinner,
I'm
it's
like
hot.
looking
There's
at him.
fire.
Biggest eyes ever. I'm like,
And
do you
she's
want
like,
to open a gift?
do you want to
early?
open a gift? I'm very used to this. I don't think Alexa and I have opened a Christmas gift on Christmas, probably ever. So I wasn't shocked by that. But then you...
I was like, come sit by the tree, open
yeah,
this gift.
and then when you sat in front of me while I opened it, about 6 inches in front of me, I was like, what? Why is she being weird like this?
You're
and
like,
then I
what
opened
could
it,
this be?
And at first when I opened it, for a second I still was like, huh? Because it was the bear.
It was the bear. Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
you just saw like, it probably looked like a plushie.
I was like, what is this?
You're like, what'd you buy me?
And then I saw the pregnancy test, and then... Then I saw the pregnancy test and waterworks.
Yeah.
Tears. Crying. Smiling. More tears. Jumping. Hugging. And then it was the worst few weeks of my life because I couldn't tell anybody.
And it was Christmas time, and we wanted to tell everybody over the holidays, maybe over FaceTime, but then we decided that we were gonna wait.
It made it easier because we were in Colorado, because then we weren't seeing people.
Yeah, we weren't
So
seeing people.
we could just hang up.
Yeah.
See ya.
Basically. Going into our next question, how did we tell our friends and family? Originally, we had planned to go home to Buffalo and surprise everyone, but then we changed it up.
Because of money. Because Buffalo is expensive.
It's
for no reason.
expensive to fly into a small city. Instead, we decided to go to New York and surprise Kris's mom.
On top of a building. I don't know if that was the smartest.
Top of the rock?
We went to the top of the rock.
Right? Yeah.
And we had this woman take a picture of us.
Oh, yes. I asked a total stranger. I was like, can you take a picture of us?
She's very nice. She's from France.
When she was taking the pictures of us, I held up the little ultrasound, and originally we were going to show Kris's mom the photo
To be
and
like,
see
oh,
if
is
she
this good?
noticed
Is this
it.
a good photo? Do you like it?
But the lady taking the photo was like, oh my gosh, is that yours? That's so cute. Congratulations.
My
and
mom
then
goes, what?
she looks over and she's like, what are you talking about? What are you holding? And she saw the ultrasound. It was
More
honestly...
crying, tears, hugs,
Excitement.
crying. I was so scared my mom was gonna fall off the building. So.
The lady who took the picture though, she was so sweet. She actually immediately turned the phone sideways and started recording the whole reaction. So we got a little video. I remember looking at your mom and she was just like shocked. And I was like, hi grandma. It was the best trip ever, and it was the best way to tell her.
And then when we told everyone else, we just FaceTime called them and went.
We FaceTimed everyone else then once we got home, and we just held up the little picture, and that's how we told everybody. It's hard when you live away from home and away from friends and family. Thank goodness for FaceTime. How did we manage moving across the country while being pregnant?
Lots more pee stops.
Lots of stopping.
More snacks. And that was just because of me. Alexa was fine. Nothing changed.
Yeah, pretty much nothing changed for me.
I was the one who had the problems while we were
I
driving.
feel like I handled moving pretty well.
We had movers. It made it easy. I think the drive was the worst part. And then sleeping on an air mattress. That was really tough.
Our stuff arrived early, but we ended up buying a whole new mattress, so we had to wait for that to come in the mail. It took a while. That's okay. We're not gonna talk about that dark time on the air mattress. How was the first trimester?
Maybe you were second during the month.
I got into the
I think
second.
people think that you're in only the first or second trimester.
I think so too. I'm in the third trimester officially, so...
We waited a very long time to announce it.
Which wasn't like on purpose, honestly. Originally, I wanted to take like these crazy pictures to announce it, and then it just got to a point where
We just kind of wanted to keep it to ourselves for a while too.
we did keep it to ourselves. We were selfish.
Yeah.
We were just living in this
it's
like
fun to
happy
be like,
bubble.
I know something you don't know.
Yeah. When my best friend came to visit in April, it kind of got to a point where I was like,
Just get it out.
yeah, we need to just put this out into the world. So I had my best friend just snap a few pictures of Kris and I at the beach. She actually killed it. I feel like it was the perfect way to
It took a lot of pressure off. It was nice. You know, we didn't try to plan too much. It was just because we tried to do photos a few times, and it was too windy, or then it would rain, and then so it was just.
I didn't worry about outfit or like hair or literally barely anything. I didn't have makeup on. I was in a bikini.
We didn't even know. Like we just went to the beach.
Yeah, we were having a beach day, and I was like, Erin, will you just take pictures of Kris and I for our baby announcement? It's like, heck yeah. The first trimester was quite the experience. I want to say the first month wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't until January.
It was the second month.
Shall we tell the story?
It's so embarrassing. You're gonna expose me like that. The second month was really rough for me. I was down bad. Lots of throwing up and lots of sleeping. One of the mornings, Kris was trying to be very sweet and very helpful.
I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna clean the bowl.
He was so sweet. He decided to bring a bowl into the bathroom for me. It's gross, okay? Throwing up is gross in general. We know this. So he brings me a bowl, sweet as can be. He thought it'd be nice to take the bowl away.
Rinse it out quick.
Rinse it out.
Help out a little bit. Get it clean. Big mistake.
It was probably within 10 seconds.
Not even. Because you were sitting on the floor. I didn't even think I was stood up yet.
I started throwing up all over the floor. And I was just crying a lot.
Yeah. The problem was every time you would throw up, you would start crying. And then you would apologize to me. And I'd be like, why are you apologizing to me?
And no one likes being sick and no one likes throwing up. But every time I get sick and throw up, I sob like a baby.
Which then makes you throw up more.
Yeah, because then I get worked up. It's brutal. So the first trimester was pretty crazy and pretty rough. And then as I got into the second trimester, things definitely started to lighten up. In the second trimester, people say you get your energy back and you're just booming. That didn't really happen until halfway through.
I thought you were drinking a pot of coffee a day. I could not believe.
I was throwing up the wallpaper right when we got here because my thought
I would come home from the gym to Alexa on a ladder doing wallpaper.
My thought process was like, well, I gotta get this done now before I reach a point in pregnancy where I'm too tired. And truly, Kris could do the wallpaper. I find it very relaxing to do. Was I scared to get pregnant? Yes and no. I feel like I was more excited than scared to get pregnant, honestly. I definitely have my fears with like little things, but I feel like for the most part, I've been pretty calm and pretty excited this entire pregnancy. I feel incredibly lucky. How has Kris supported you during this time and during pregnancy? I think one of the hard things with being pregnant is that Kris feels the need to like do everything for me and like carry everything. Like if we go grocery shopping or if we're going to the store or whatever it may be, he won't let me carry anything in. It's like I can still help out, I can still do things, but really I feel like you've been so sweet. You've been good.
Yeah. Thanks. The tough part for me, like with this, is like supporting you, is for so much of it, there's literally nothing I can do.
You did feel really bad during the first trimester. When I was down bad, Kris was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, because like now, like I could tie your shoe because you can't bend over. You know, I can. So now there's like more things I can do, but in the start, it was really tough. I am the Google machine. In the first trimester, when it was like we would go out to eat or like whatever, I was just bam, 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 bam. Can't you eat this? Can't you eat this? Can't you eat that?
Is this safe? Can I do this?
I'm out here asking waitresses, is your cheese pasteurized?
I could tell he was so excited to tell people that he was
yeah,
going
I just
to
started
be
telling
a dad.
Target workers. I started telling I was like, oh, because my wife's pregnant.
Oh, I'm gonna be a dad, so I'm getting ready. And he would just tell total strangers. He was just like so excited. So
I had to get it out. We couldn't tell anyone. So
anytime we were out to eat, you'd be like, well, because my wife's pregnant, so I need to know if this is safe.
For Christmas, when I bought you something that had to do with the baby, like, oh, is this for like a family? I was like, my wife is pregnant. That was the first person I told, and I basically yelled it in Target.
The first person I officially told was my hairstylist because I was getting my hair done for the holidays, and then she was like, oh, like, you know, what's new with you? And I was like, well, I'm pregnant. And she literally dropped her brush and her like little spritz bottle, and she was like, shut up. Back to the main question. Kris has been so supportive during like the whole thing. You know, he really does everything for me.
I'm on diaper duty though.
How am I feeling now? So much better. I do feel my energy kind of dwindling by the day again, which is really sad. Like
you have a bank of energy.
Yeah. I feel like because I'm naturally a busybody, there are things when I'm like in the middle of doing something, I'm like, I have to catch my breath. You know, like the shortness of breath is definitely kicking in.
Dude, even in conversations, we'll be talking and she'll just be like, I'm like, what's happening?
Like I ran a marathon. It's kind of crazy. I wasn't prepared for that. There's so many little things that happen during pregnancy that I just didn't know happened. And when they happen, I'm like, this is normal.
Yeah, we thought you were dying the whole time.
Yeah.
There was so many things that I was Googling, like, is this normal?
Yeah.
It's
literally.
We're
It's
chilling.
normal. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Apparently this is what happens when you're pregnant. Cravings. What type of cravings do I have?
Hamburgers.
Lots and lots of burgers.
That baby is going to be made out of hamburgers, Mexican food.
I'm trying to think. What
I
else?
don't know.
Ice cream?
Ice cream. Yeah, that's been a big one. We had 6 tubs of ice cream in the fridge at one point.
And it's not even because like I was eating it all. It's because I wanted
Different flavor
so
every
many
time.
different flavors. Which is like something else I've noticed with being pregnant is that I want different types of foods at once. Like I'll want a burger, but then I'll also want like a taco on the side. It's super weird.
We can't like just go somewhere and order one thing. But you haven't had any weird cravings. Like some people, it's like pickles and mayonnaise. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I haven't had
You
any
haven't
of
had stuff
those.
like
When are we due?
Not soon enough.
When is baby going to be here? Not soon enough.
Yeah.
It's honestly, this has gone by so fast. It's kind
Has
of
it?
crazy.
Sometimes I'm like, wow, it's gone by so fast. And then
Yeah.
I think forward. I'm like, this is dragging.
I feel like it was yesterday I was throwing up on the floor. Baby is due in August, which is
The hottest month of the year.
so crazy. We're having a little summer baby. I'm so excited. I feel like it's just gonna be the best time because it's right before fall and the holidays and
She'll be semi-conscious
she'll be a little.
by the holidays.
Baby will be a little bit there.
Ooh,
Which brings us to the next most asked question, which is, do we know the gender? We are having a little baby girl.
Do it again. Not excited enough.
We're having a baby girl. You're not even smiling. In August, which is so crazy. I thought we were having a boy.
I knew it.
Chris
I was
knew.
right. I knew. Right from the start when she told me,
Weirdly.
I started referring to the baby as she. I knew it was going to be a girl.
He even had like a dream where it was a girl and I was like, there's no way. So then when my doctor called me, she's like, you'll never believe it, but your husband was right.
And I had to get that on recording. 'Cause that
You're
doesn't happen
having
very
a
often.
baby girl. It was like 7 or 8 and I was in the bathroom brushing my teeth and she called, and when she told me, I was just like so excited. I jumped on the bed and started screaming at Chris. I was like,
I wasn't even awake.
I was like, you were right, we're having a girl. And your face was so cute. As soon as I said it, you were like, you popped your little head up. It was so cute. It was honestly the sweetest reaction. It was pretty exciting. And as soon as we found out, I'm pretty sure that same day we went out shopping and I started buying little girl clothes.
A lot of
I
them.
bought a bunch of cute little girl clothes from all these stores that I loved in Colorado. I knew we wouldn't have them once we moved, so I took advantage of them when we were in Colorado, and I bought her so much clothing.
Yeah, we have a problem.
Do you have a name picked out? We do. We've had like a list of names for years.
This
and
name was one of the first names we've had all the way back when we were like 18.
it's made for her. It's nothing crazy, you know, it's not like an uncommon weird name.
Because people be naming their babies some weird stuff. The first thing I think is your kid ain't finding his name on the mug in the gift shop.
My sister says the same thing. She said growing up it stinks when you can't find your name on a keychain or something.
I couldn't find mine.
Will baby have their own library?
Already does.
Already so
Honestly,
many books.
I think the baby has more books than I do.
I think she does too. She has a ton of books in there. So many baby books from me, from Chris, from
I bought the first one.
Grandma. She does have a ton of books and I'm so excited to actually put together her like little library. Last but not least, will we be posting baby content now, and how is this going to affect like booktube? Am I gonna stop doing booktube? No, I'm not gonna stop doing booktube. I think that's
I
such-
am. I'm sorry, I'm retiring from booktube.
I'm not going to stop doing booktube or reading. I think that's such a weird assumption to make, because I feel like when you're pregnant and when you're a parent in general, reading, it's like everyone goes to reading.
Yeah.
Because it's like downtime,
Quiet place.
calming, quiet place. So I'm not going to stop reading. I'm not going to stop doing booktube. Baby content wise, I'm not going to turn into like a baby content only channel or like a family only channel. I'm probably going to share baby things here and there in my daily vlogs, my weekly vlogs, because I already do lifestyle content on the side of booktube. So you guys just might see little baby things here and there in those type of videos. But I'm not stopping booktube. I'm not gonna stop reading or making book videos because I love doing that. But those are all the questions we had for today's
The same
video.
ones.
And I think going forward forward now, whatever lifestyle vlogs I do post, you guys will probably see like little tidbits of baby content in there. There's so many things I want to share. Like I'd love to do a baby book haul. I'd love to show you guys.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, right? I'd love to share little updates in the nursery and just like a whole bunch of little things along the way, because I've been getting so many people saying like, I want to see like stuff like that, you know? Yeah, it's so sweet.
The nursery currently is a crib, wallpaper, and a million stuffed animals.
And lots of clothes, yeah. In lots of boxes. We are going to be actually building and officially like doing it this weekend.
Her nursery.
Her room.
Yeah, her room.
Her room. We're gonna be, you know, putting it together. Chris's mom is gonna be here. My friend's gonna be here. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm super excited, and I'll probably show like little tidbits of that. That is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. If you have any other questions, leave them down below for me and I will reply back. Sane ones.
Yeah, let's keep it PG, folks.
Let's keep it PG. But that is it. Thanks for being in today's video. My people will call your people.
All right.
With all that being said though, I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Wave bye.
Jazz hands.